Hi guys, hello. How are you today? This is Nerissa Rila from Pathfinder Reality Channel. Um, I hope you will enjoy watching my video. My today's topic, the title of my topic for today is we can question that will come up in our mind. Are all affairs starts with lust? L-U-S-T. Are all affairs starts with lust? Now let's dive in and find out the answer. Why do guys would like you know, to have to make love affairs with other women? So, is it true that all affairs started with lust because they want the girl just for fun, just for sex, even without love? Okay, let's dive in. Some wives, or mostly of the wives who are suffering from depression because their husband has another affair with other women, they will say, I don't want anymore to be with my husband. This is the third time that my husband has another mistress, and this time this girl comes from a nightclub, or working in a nightclub or in a bar. Now what's the real reason why do husbands sometimes they want to have an affair with women who are working in this kind of places? Well, this is not a rare case because how many times it will happen that sometimes wives are easily giving up with their marriage if their husband has another affair with a woman, and they caught them, or they caught him red-handed having an illicit affair with another woman. So how many times this happened? This is not really a rare case. But why? But because the wife thinks that she has saved the marriage for the sake of their children, she will just bear the suffering, the emotional heartaches that her husband is inflicting to her for the sake of their. But actually, this stigma, the trauma, the brokenness that the wife will feel is not really easy, as it could never be measured, as she is struggling and goes to this kind of experience that she was betrayed. This could never be easy for a wife. There are so many wives that they goes counseling because they could not withstand the trauma, the heartaches of the situation that their husband had betrayed them. But how did it start? How did it started? Why the husband go on with his sexual desire to other woman, even if there is no love? Why is this happening? So then the wife will think that her husband would like to have another sex with another woman because her husband is just desiring for lust or for sexual gratification. And then it so happened that as the husband and his mistress will go to a hotel or a motel, then from time to time that they are with each other, they had developed feelings, and this is what scared most of the wives if they think that their husband will love another woman. At first, there is no, passion. There is no love. All the husband desires is for sexual gratification for the other woman. But as time goes by, there's a possibility that the husband will feel a passionate emotion to his mistress. But it is not pure lust that the husband will have another affair with other woman. Now let's dive in and check or investigate what are the causes why some husband had an illicit affair with another woman. Well, for some men, the first reason is that lust will come into their mind and have an illicit affair with another woman because their unfulfilled vessels was not really given to them by their wives. I mean, they have this kind of needs which the wife does not know how to feel it. And their lack of communication, they can't express it to their wives. Sometimes the wives are very busy taking care of their children. Well, it's not always lust which will cause the husband to get another mistress. Because the mistress is so good for giving their time to this guy, communicating them. And some wives, because they're so busy taking care of their children, or sometimes special a working mother, so she tends to forget to communicate to her husband, and if as if she has no time to sit down or date with her husband and communicate with him. So we can say that lack of communication is one of the cause, and then maybe in bed also the wife is not giving him what he needs in fulfilling his sexual desire. So this is a kind of unfilled vessels for the husband. So they will find another woman just to talk to, and later on maybe they will go to a hotel and have a illicit affair with this woman. Well, I use this communication example because this is mostly the common vessel which are not filled by the spouse. So number one is lack of communication that will lead your husband to find another woman. You don't have time for them, especially nowadays that wives tend to work and help their husband. And sometimes also the husband may not understand this, that their wives, when they come home, they're so tired, they have to take care of their children, they have to cook something, prepare for the dinner, wash their clothes, and do everything the household chores. Whereas the husband, he just go to work most of the time and then come back, sleep, and sometimes also in when they're taking their breakfast or lunchtime, if they meet, the wife and the husband will meet. Most of the time they're not talking to each other because they're in a hurry. They're so silent and just say bye bye, and they just met in the house. So lack of communication is also a problem why the spouse will find it in another woman. Let's say, for example, the wife is really trying her best to fill the unfilled vessel of her husband. Nonetheless, you are still not exempted from this, that your husband will not have an affair with other women. This is a rare case, but mostly men are polygamous by nature. So they will still find another woman, even if you will fill their unfilled vessel. There might come a time that you are not still enough for them, and they will still find another woman. So this is really difficult for women, for wives who are trying their best. So now guys, why Lustful intention will come up in the mind of your husband. This is not an easy task even for counseling. Some husband will really deviate and will really betray their wives, even though how much effort the wife was doing for them, for the sake of the family, for the sake of the children, for the sake of everybody in their family. But still the husband sometimes they will create a trouble just to or an excuses to fill their vessels which are already filled up because their wife is not really enough for them, and this could be the main reason, and that's their nature. The only thing for you wives that you might not scare, even if you will let your husband go out anywhere and allow your husband to go out anywhere, if your husband is really a spiritual person and his heart is connected to God and your marriage is bound with the spiritual divinity, well, there's no reason that your husband will find another woman because he fears God, and in his heart, in your marriage, you are connected with the divine Trinity. This is the ultimate solution for those husbands who are, you know, or messing up with another woman. The only thing I can say, no one could equate the power of God. If God is in your heart, if God is in the heart of your husband, then there's no need to watch your husband, there's no need to fear. And this is the only solution to become a spiritually minded person. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening to my video and watching for this video. May God bless you all. May God bless us all also. Thank you so much. This is Neri Surila from Pathfinder Reality Channel. Okay, before I forget, I would like to shout out my two more channels. I have the Subliminal channel, the Alpha Star Bright Subliminal, and that is my second channel. And the third channel is all about God and the Divine Holy Spirit. My third channel is Skopkos XXX. I advise you to watch this channel because you can gain some insights on how to be closer with your hearts to God and to Divine Holy Spirit, wherein you will find out that Father Skopkos and Jesus Christ are the same entity. So thank you for today. Bye bye. See you next time. This is Nerissa Rila from Pathfinder Reality Channel.